We recording?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we open up in Los Angeles, California. The sun is shining. The sky is clear. The weather is beautiful. RJ, you had recently received a very large job opportunity that pays very, very well. But the specifics have not been given to you. All you know is it's some form of theme park opening up, and that it pays better than any job you have ever been offered in your entire life. You are friends with Kyle and Jack's character. You guys have known each other for a while, and you know that they've been looking for work as well. And you guys are currently sitting around a barbecue that you decided to have at your house, enjoying some beers, some burgers.
I'm currently eating a triple bacon cheeseburger with jalapenos on it.
Yes, enjoying the summer festivities. What do you guys do?
I'm just gonna lean over and grab some chips from a bowl, and I'm gonna say, look at RJ's character and say, "So, can you tell us more about this job?"
I mean, an amusement park. I mean, that's new. But hey, as long as the money's good, who am I to ask questions?
Take a drink of my beer and I tell you what, boys, listen, this money's pretty goddamn. I guess it's an amusement park and they have animals there. I'm assuming. Why else would they hit us up? So I'm gonna accept it. It's pretty fat money. Tell you what.
All right, buddy. How much we talking here? Like, how many zeros are on the end of that check? I'm
how many zeros are the end of that check?
You have not been given specifics yet because you have not signed your contract yet. But you've heard from other people that the pay is going to be amazing. You do know that the park is owned by billionaire Richard Hamilton. Richard Hamilton is widely known throughout the world. He owns a very, very successful bioengineering company. And he has decided to open up his own theme park and is looking for well-trained individuals, as he likes to call them.
Well, boys, they didn't tell. Well, all I know is for sure this Richard Hamilton, as I'm sure you all know who he is. We all know
the big old money
man
bucks
in the world. Exactly, money bags here. He hasn't given me a number, but if he says it's lucrative, I tend to believe it.
I'm sorry if my typing was loud. I was just trying to explain something to RJ on the sly really quick about my character.
I didn't even hear anything.
Okay,
I didn't hear.
Good.
I didn't
Yeah,
hear
dude.
anything.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything either.
Good, because I know normally my typing can be caught up. I just wanted to explain. I sent him. It's all good. But anyway, go ahead.
Good.
Yeah, that's yeah. I said, oh, I'm gonna take the offer. He's good. He's good for the money. That's for fucking sure.
Hell, sign my ass up, and I'll take a big old bite of my burger before washing it down with a big old chug of beer.
Natalia's gonna say, "Me too," and then crunch a chip.
About that time that your doorbell rings, RJ.
Oh shit! Oh, well, I'll be right back, gentlemen. I go,
Alright.
I go, I walk from where we're sitting. I go to the door and I open it. It's like, hello.
You open the door and you see a man standing there in a very nice, expensive suit, and he's holding a briefcase down at his side, and he looks at you with a wide smile on his face, and you see there's a limousine that's parked out front, like on the sidewalk. And he goes, "RJ, what is your character? You never told me."
Sorry, his name's Josh McKnight.
Josh McKnight. Okay. He says, "Yes, are you Mr. McKnight?"
I am. How may I help you?
He smiles and extends a hand to shake your hand.
Shake it. Good.
He shakes your hand and goes, I was sent by Mr. Hamilton to hash out the fine details of your contract so we can get you to working as soon as possible. Are you free to talk about the details right now?
I am. In fact, wait, DM, did the others got offers too, right?
No, they have not got offers.
Oh, they okay, cool. Well, I'm like, well, in fact, I am. Why don't you come on in? I got a few friends with me. If that doesn't bother you, we're out in the back.
He kind of shakes his head. He goes, no, your friends don't bother me. And he goes, yeah, it's a hot day. A beer would be nice.
Excellent. Come on back then, sir.
He comes on, walks on through the house and then through the sliding door or whatever you have. And he's out there now, and now Kyle and Jack, you see this really, really fancy businessman holding a briefcase. And he's standing out there on the patio, and he just holds his briefcase for now. He doesn't place it anywhere, and he extends a hand to you first. Jackie goes, I represent Mr. Hamilton. Who might you be?
I wipe my hands because I got like salt on them, so I'm like, and then I lean over and I shake his hand. Mighty firm, especially for a lady, but as you can see, she's stacked. So she's my name's Natalia. Natalia Winshore. Winshore. My bad. Winshore.
He kind of gives a nod and a soft smile. Says, "It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure." And then he turns his frame to where Kyle, you're sitting, extends the same hand, and I'm a representative of Mr. Hamilton. Who might you be?
I'll shake his hand, and you'll see me in a pair of gray shorts, flip flops, and a SoCal Uncensored T-shirt, done in the In-N-Out logo style with the sleeves cut off. Big bald man. Hey, my name is Carl A. Marks. Not to be confused with the old-time political guy. I'm a big game hunter, actually.
You see his face when you say that, just kind of it's like it kind of lights up, but in a business sense. He goes, "Really?" And he kind of places the briefcase on a nearby, like, little outside table that RJ has. And he kind of places his hand on his chin. He goes, "Would you by chance be looking for work?"
You know what? If the money is right, absolutely.
He goes, "Well, I don't know if you're super familiar with what's going on in the world today, but I do represent Mr. Hamilton, the richest
Oh,
richest man on Earth.
Of course. Yeah, sit down with us, Maybe have some beer, maybe have some burgers, You got some fish and chips if that's more your thing, Make yourself at home, friend.
He goes, okay. And he kind of takes off his business jacket and he's in a white dress shirt. Trying to get a little bit more comfortable. And he looks at you. What is it, Natalia?
Yep.
Natalia. He kind of looks at you and he goes, so, I'm familiar with what these two do, but what about you? What is your line of work, if I may ask, if I'm not being too bold?
Well, I'm ex-military actually, and
What branch?
What branch? You say infantry?
You see, he nods.
No,
Huh? Army.
what he means by Brett. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad.
Army,
That's yeah.
When you said infantry, I kind of know what you meant.
Yeah.
And he nods and he goes,
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now
He
I'm.
goes,
I'm sorry. Sorry. Now I'm
No, you go
basically
ahead, brother.
trying to be more or less personal security.
You see a smile comes over his face. He goes, what about you? Are you looking for work? Are you happy where you're at?
I am currently looking for work. Yes.
He smiles and he immediately he kind of pops open the briefcase. And RJ, by now you've come out with a beer and whatnot. You hear what's going on. He goes, so I have some lucrative contracts here. Nothing in these contracts you cannot speak of anything in these contracts. Everything stays a secret, or lawsuits happen,
Dude, and all that.
things of that nature, things that we don't really want to get into.
NDAs, my character says. And
He
then I
goes,
take a sip of beer.
He snaps his fingers and points at you. Goes, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, so let's just cut to the chase. You don't look like people who want your time wasted. The job it's simple. It's a theme park. It's opening up soon. It's on an island that Mr. Hamilton had purchased. All you have to do is make sure everything stays okay. That's it.
Now,
Sounds simple.
I'm making sure everything stays okay. Like, what are we doing? We doing security? We doing enforcement? We doing pest control? Little nasty critters? What are we talking here?
If any people get out of control, you make sure that they're kept in line. If anyone does anything out of line, you're the people we go to make sure they stay in line. And of course,
well,
do you particularly care if lethal force is used?
oh well, we're a theme park. I mean, we don't want people being killed.
Well, not if it can be helped. No.
I mean, if someone is looking to kill innocent people or kill you or your friends, that's one thing. But obviously, if an arrest can be made,
well, of course, you just you know how crazy some people can get. People get rowdy and.
You see, he nods and goes, I do. Other than that, that's really it. Just your basic security work.
Alright. What kind of lodging we gonna have?
Well, it's an island that's a little ways off the coast of Costa Rica. You will have lodging, you'll have food, Everything will be paid by Mr. Hamilton. All you have to do is you come to work, you do your job, you do it thoroughly, you clock out. Once you're off the clock, as long as you stick within the rules and regulations of your contract, no harm, no foul, you rinse and repeat, and I smile, you smile, Mr. Hamilton smiles, and we all make a nice payday.
Ah, shit, sign me up.
You see, he hands you a contract, and
Here's the thing, boss.
Me too.
he's listening
Before,
to
but
you. Oh, go ahead.
you know I'm a game warden, right? Like I work at the San Diego Zoo.
He looks at you. He looks
I'm
at
assuming,
you. Before you even finish what you're going to say, he looks at you with the most serious look that you've ever seen on your face. He goes, I promise you, this is where you want to be.
I tell by your face you're serious, sir. Fuck it, give me the contract. I'm down.
He hands you a contract. Jackie hands you a contract. He shows you guys where to sign. He immediately flips to the last couple pages. Says sign here, sign here, sign here.
I'll make big old John Hancock type signatures when I sign.
You make big. Oh, go ahead.
I'm gonna put up my hand and I'm gonna say, "Mind if I take a moment to look over this before I sign?"
He goes, of course not.
And by the time you say that, I just hand it over. I'm like, done.
He takes it with a big smile and he puts it in his briefcase. What about you, RJ?
Oh, I'll be like, well, you came to the right person to be game warden, that's for sure. I signed that shit. Well, before I sign it, I look it over. I want to make sure that there's
it's your basic.
I can't get fucked.
Yeah.
It's your basic. What you would expect. You can't talk about the private matters that go on. You're not allowed to leak anything. Any information about the park, you're not allowed to tell the public. Your basic things that you would expect from an NDA. You can't do this. You can't harm people without, like you can't just walk up to an innocent person and hurt them or kill them. Basic NDA stuff that you would have expected anyway.
Okay. I'm gonna sign then.
Okay. I signed that shit.
Yep.
You guys sign it, and he puts it in his briefcase and smiles, and he goes, well, so now that we've got this taken care of, Mr. Hamilton would like you to leave tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning?
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good to me.
He says, don't worry, Mr. Hamilton has already taken the initiative, so you guys don't miss anything here where you live. All of your houses have already been paid for. Your electricity has been paid for the year. Your mortgages have been paid for. Your taxes have been paid for. You have no bills whatsoever, no obligations here.
I'm assuming he called my work and tell me,
you no longer work there. You work for Mr. Hamilton.
Fantastic.
Mr. Hamilton has already taken care of everything personally.
Well, that's mighty nice of him.
Sure is.
Well, Mr. Hamilton is a philanthropist. He believes in giving back. He believes in taking care of those who take care of him.
Seems like my kind of guy.
Yeah, I was just about to say the same thing.
He goes, well, and he kind of looks at his food and drink that he hasn't got a chance to finish yet. He goes, do you mind if I take this with me? And he's looking at the plate. It's a plate that you gave him. It's not a paper plate. He goes, you mind if I take this with me? I'll gladly pay for it if need be.
No, don't pay for that. Son, just, you can take it. I got plenty more, trust me.
He goes, I appreciate that.
With the money I'm getting, I'll be able to get more.
He says, oh, yes, you will be able to get a lot more. And he grabs his stuff and says, it was nice meeting you guys, and I will have a limousine to pick you up bright and early. So, whatever you need to pack, go ahead and pack it tonight. Try to get as much rest as you can because tomorrow is going to be the biggest day of your lives.
Fantastic. You take. Wait, did we get his name? We didn't get his name, did we?
Nobody asked for his name.
Yeah. That's true.
You know what, sir? I'm sorry. What was your name again? I apologize.
He goes, Mr.
I'm at
Jameson. Mr. Jameson.
Mr. Jameson.
Mr. Jameson. I shake his hand.
He
Nice
shakes
to
your
meet you.
hand. He goes, it's been my pleasure.
Hey, Keith, real quick.
Yes.
I just realized that I took it out of streamer mode on my Discord because I thought I wasn't going to use my recorder, but I am. But someone sent a message on Discord and the bump just came over the stream.
Oh, I literally I don't care.
You don't care if it's okay.
Nah,
I just want to make sure.
All dude, right, we're not professional. I just want to put our sessions up so if people on Twitter, I'm gonna post it if they want to listen to some games.
Yeah.
We got games. It doesn't matter. Yeah. I'm not looking to be professional or anything.
I feel you.
I just want our games to be recorded. We can go back in a year from now, 2 years from now, listen to them, have a good time. That's it.
That's what's up.
It don't matter. But thank you for letting me know.
Right. Appreciate.
I appreciate that. Yeah. But yeah, Mr. Jameson, he shakes your hands, all three of you, and then he walks back through the house and heads to the limo. Limo drives off. You guys are all sitting in the backyard with each other. What do you guys do?
I'm gonna crack open a new beer to celebrate.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a few more chips and I'm gonna say, man, it really all sounds too good to be true.
Hey, all I know is that the three of us is rich now. That's all I care about.
Yeah. I'll tell you this is better than the 15 hours an hour at fucking San Diego Zoo.
Yeah, that's true. You always got yourself a drive from here to San Diego.
Oh, it's a pain in the ass, I'll tell you that. I spend more money on driving there than fucking tits.
I bet.
I think Costa Rica is a pretty nice location, Some of my time off, I can go on one of my hunts. So, yeah, you know what? I'm pretty happy, all things considered. Don't get any bills or anything to worry about. It's gonna be fantastic.
I take out my smoking pipe, a tobacco packet, and I hit it. Hello, gentlemen and lady. I think we're just go up a lot now. I wonder what kind of animals they have. Like, they're probably exotic.
Probably lions and tigers and elephants and fucking ostriches or something like that,
I'll tell you this, both. Don't ever fuck with moose. You see a moose, get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, why's that?
Oh, moose? Oh, whew. A, they're bigger than you. B, you think that you could run over a moose? No, they get the last laugh. They will kill you when you hit them.
I shot one once. I was actually looking for a bear. I came across a moose instead of that. That little shit put up a fight.
Oh, I guarantee you they did. They don't go down easily.
I ate like a king for a few weeks after that. I tell you what, though.
Oh, I bet.
Moose steaks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this was for dinner. Shit, I wish it was time to go hunt me a moose. I kind of want moose steak now. Damn it.
Well, me too. I never had moose.
Oh, it's pretty nice. Pretty nice, I tell you what.
tell you this: alligator jerky. That shit is bomb.
Hey, Gator's good eating, man. Gator's good eating. You know what? It'll probably be too warm for it, but you know what? I got me a grizzly pelt that I did some fashioning with. I'll have to bring it. I'll have to bring it with me. I mean, shit. I gotta have a few things to make my new home arrangement feel like home anyway. So I hope Mr. Moneybags don't mind me bringing a few trophies to decorate my room with.
I
I'm
can't
sure.
say I've had alligator or moose or any of that, but I'm always willing to try.
Hey, you have to come hunting with me sometime. Both of you. You have to come hunting with me sometime.
Yeah, that sounds.
I'm
That sounds
sure. I'm sure
interesting.
my expertise will help you on the hunt too.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, I don't believe in necessarily just killing the animal, but if we kill it and eat it, I'm down.
I got my big game trophies. Don't, you know, think that I don't, because I do, but hey, I want to eat that animal too, you know. You haven't lived until you've had lion burger at least once in your life.
I like that.
Oh, that lion. He had the spirit of a warrior, all right, but tell you what, he was even better on my plate.
Mm.
I like that. Well,
I had a little bit of spirit of the warrior from the porcelain throne after, but yeah, that's on me. I should have cooked him a little better.
Mhm. You eat a medium well,
well,
don't
if
you?
we ever,
Oh, you know it. You know it. Sometimes I'll eat the damn shit medium rare. Sometimes I'll eat it blue rare. Depending on how I feel.
blue rare, I never heard of that in my life.
Oh, it's rarer than rare, pal. It's rarer than rare.
It's just taking a bite out of it while it's still living, basically.
Damn near close. Damn near close.
Oh shit!
Go ahead.
I may be no Gordon Ramsay or anything like that, but I feel like different meats sometimes like to be cooked at different varying lengths, you know.
Mm.
You might want something medium well, but you might want another meat closer to rare, you know. It's the delicate taste, you know. You gotta find out what works. Sometimes you're also low on camping fuel too, and you kind of don't really have a choice.
I'm probably gonna get shit for this, but I got to have my meats well done because I don't like getting sick. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you get used to it after a while.
I'd rather just enjoy the meat for, its taste without being sick. So.
Yeah, it's nothing body can't adapt to.
Mm.
But I ain't gonna knock you for your preference either.
I really hate being sick. Oh, I hate being sick.
That's understandable.
I can't stand
Understandable.
Shit. It's getting late though. The boss is gonna pick us up early, so I need to get packing so I don't start doing it all last minute.
Right. So I guess let's go to bed then.
Yeah,
It's getting late.
Custom's gonna hate me with how much baggage I take with me to decorate my room though. They gonna they gonna probably have a fit. Not my problem.
You probably gonna pack a lot more than me. People expect me to
Oh,
pack a lot,
yeah.
but I'm very light.
Ah,
Pack
yeah.
light.
If you're gonna be having new quarters for a while, you gotta make that stuff feel as much as home as possible. So
I'm
I'll take
Right.
some of my favorite trophies and trinkets, and well, I'll take my guns too because I mean, well, shit. If I'm gonna hunt somewhere on my spare time, I'd rather have it with me now instead of having to fly back, get it, and then fly more because, well, I'm not looking to get that many frequent flyer miles now. Shit.
I'm I'm kind of a minimalist. I just
Besides, they all know me and what I do anyway, so I ain't too concerned.
I'm a minimalist. I don't have much when it comes to possessions. Just a place to eat, sleep, and shit is fine enough with me.
Your taste may change after a while on this job. I mean, we got Mr. Moneybags bankrolling us now. You gotta get used to living on a lobster budget.
Yeah, we'll see. Huh?
It's gonna be sweet. You gonna love it. You gonna love it. You're gonna love it.
I'm a minimalist, but I don't well, I'm not picky when it comes to eating, I guess. So
Alright, fellas. Well,
mm,
I'm gonna go home, pack and sleep. I'll meet you all at the airport tomorrow, or in the limo. I actually don't know how we're getting picked up, if it's gonna be separate limousines or all together. Yeah, we'll let Mr. Moneybag sort that out. I'll see you guys in the morning.
yeah, see you in the morning.
Excellent.
So everybody goes home
Well,
and packs, right?
Yep.
right.
You don't got to go through each intricate detail of everything you pack.
Hmm.
It's assumed you're smart enough to pack what you need and what you want.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
you guys pack everything, and I'm assuming you're going to go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
you guys pack everything. You go to bed around midnight, 1, give or take. You go to sleep. Each of you hear the doorbell ringing. You guys get
At like midnight or in the morning.
No, you hear it ring in about 6, 7 in the morning.
Alright.
I'm gonna go answer it. See who it is and answer it.
You see that it's an older gentleman in a suit, dressed very fancy with a limousine. And he has his arms behind his back, very professional. He goes, "Oh, you Miss Natalia?
Yes, that's me.
I am here to take you to the airport on behalf of Mr. Hamilton."
I'm gonna nod. I'm gonna say thank you. I'm gonna go get ready right now. And then I take like 2 seconds to go scoop up a JanSport backpack, and I say I'm ready.
He nods and goes, "Right this way." You shut, of course, lock your house, all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You go to the limousine, and he opens the door for you.
I'm gonna step in. I'm
Fine.
gonna thank him and step in and watch my head and.
He bows his head when you thank him, and you see that right now you're the only one in the limousine.
Okay.
And he shuts the door gently behind you,
Mm.
and then climbs in, and he begins driving.
I'm going to.
Kyle,
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna set my backpack at my feet and just start relaxing.
Okay, yeah, you just sit there and relax. Kyle, you hear about the same time. You get up, check the door. You see that it's you have a younger-ish female.
Alright.
She got hair pulled back into a bun. She's dressed very professionally.
Alright. Well, since I knew they were going to be coming early, I prepared a little bit in advance, so by the time I go to the door. I'm already decked out in my suit, and I go to open the door.
You open the door, and she says, "Are you Mr. Karl Marx?"
Yes, I am.
She says, "Hi, I'm Janet. I'll be your limousine driver. I'm here to take you to the airport on behalf of Mr. Hamilton."
Well, all right, Janet. You'll have to excuse me while I load up my bags and my belongings, but I will do this as quickly as possible, because, hey, time is money, and it's time to make some money.
She smiles and goes, "There's no rush, sir. Just whenever you're ready."
Alright. But first, before I go ahead and get my stuff, you want anything to drink while you wait while I load the stuff in the vehicle?
She looks at you and goes, "I appreciate the offer, sir, but we're not allowed to take any food or drinks."
Ah, fair enough. Fair enough. Alright, I'll be ready in a few minutes, and I'll go load up all my bags and belongings and whatnot. And then when I'm done, I'll get in the vehicle.
You get all your stuff. Doesn't take you a super long time. And you load everything up. You get in. She opens the door for you.
Alright.
You climb in the back. She gently shuts the door behind you, walks around to the driver's side, and she pulls out of your driveway and off down the road.
Alright.
RJ, you hear the same thing. Doorbell ring.
I'll walk to the door and be like, "Hello?"
You open it and you see a younger gentleman standing there, hair parted to the side. He goes, "Hello, sir. I am here on behalf of Mr. Hamilton." You can tell he's kind of nervous. He goes, "And you're oh gosh." He goes, "I'm sorry,
Josh
sir."
McKnight.
"Oh yes, Mr. McKnight. I'm here to take you to the airport."
Oh, excellent. Well, I got all my shit already. So let's get going then. Yeah.
He nods and you go. He opens the door. You climb in. He closes the door. You loaded up all your stuff. You all three drive. Almost simultaneously, you see each of you see two limousines pull into a private airport with a giant plane waiting, and you guys all step out, and you see each other, and you see all your bags are being attended to by staff of Mr. Hamilton.
Excellent.
And
I'll put on my sunglasses as I step out of the vehicle and straighten my suit out. And I'll smile as I see my friends get out.
you smile and you see them get out. And you see walking down the steps of the plane, you see Mr. Jameson. And he's walking down, he's got his arms stretched out, and he goes, fantastic, you guys made it. And then he puts his hands together and walks down the steps and over to you guys, extending his hand for handshakes.
And shake his
I'll
hand.
shake his hand, of course.
Yeah.
Of course, shake his hand.
Yeah.
Of course.
He says, I'm so glad that you guys were able to make it. Has everything been to your liking so far?
Oh, very much so. Very much so. Thank you.
It's been a fantastic experience so far. I got no complaints.
Yep.
He goes, good, that's what Mr. Hamilton had requested. He goes, so? And he puts his hands together, goes, we're going to board this plane. We are going to fly to our destination. And once we get to the theme park, well, we will talk to Mr. Hamilton himself, who is waiting to meet you.
Can't wait.
All right, well, let's not keep the good man waiting.
Mm-hmm.
You guys all climb up in the plane. climb inside, and you guys take off. Little time goes by, several hours. You guys have had a nice flight. Basically, you've been given any and everything you could want.
Well, I'm having me one hell of a breakfast with some fucking champagne then.
I'm gonna say, now I see what you mean about all them eats.
And you guys enjoy a nice feast. You have wine, beer, whatever you want. You guys land. You come off the plane. Your bags are being attended to by staff. You do absolutely nothing. And you see standing there is an older gentleman with a long white beard, incredibly well kept. And he's got white hair sticking out from underneath some form of hat, but he's wearing like a really fancy like top hat. And
Oh shit!
he's wearing a black suit and he's holding a black cane that he's got placed on the ground. Mr. Jameson walks up to him. They embrace in a handshake. And then the older gentleman looks at the three of you and goes, "Ah, welcome. I'm so glad that you could make it."
Glad to be a part of this.
He
It's
smiles.
a pleasure.
He smiles and goes, "Good, good. Has everything been to your liking so far?"
It's been a dream and then some.
Yep, it's
He smiles.
beyond
He's,
extraordinary.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad. He goes, "So I know Mr. Jameson has kept you up to date with your job requirements. It is, well, it's not too hard of a job should everything go according to plan, which is, of course, what we want to happen. I know this is a little unorthodox for a few of you who are big game hunters, but I do promise you, should things go south, you will hunt the biggest game of your life."
Big old grin will come across my face as I hear that.
He goes, "Now, shall we? Would you guys like to come and see the park?"
Of
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yes, of course, yes.
He smiles, and you guys enter a large building. And you see that this building has all kinds of dinosaur bones. And they're set up. I mean, everything from the Triceratops to the Velociraptor to the Dilophosaurus to the Brachiosaurus. And, of course, in the dead center of the building is, of course, the mighty T-Rex.
That's impressive.
You guys are walking through the park, and he goes, "Well, we've definitely done our research. I'll tell you that much."
Research. Research on what? I'm assuming I'm just making sure
You see, he
the
looked.
tigers don't get it.
Is RJ hard to hear for anyone?
Yeah, he's very hard to hear right now.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I was just saying that's impressive, and I'm assuming that you don't want the lions and tigers out.
You see, he chuckles at that response. He goes, "Oh, oh." He goes, "I promise you, there's no lions and tigers here."
I give them a confused look and be like, "Well, whatever the animals you don't want out, we'll make sure that they stay in."
Mm-hmm.
He says, "Would you like to come with me for a very special feeding of one of my animals?"
Yes, I would, in fact.
Sounds like a treat.
I just nod.
He goes, Good, good. He goes, please, follow me.
Well,
Alright,
I'll
I'll
go with him.
follow.
Yep.
So, you guys follow him, and you come to, it's like a small room with a window, and you can see out, and you see nothing but lush greenery. And you see that there's several people in, like, white lab coats that are standing there, and they're jotting something down on a clipboard. You're not really sure what they're jotting down. But you see Mr. Hamilton walk over to the glass, and he goes, I want you to pay very, very close attention. You are about to witness, well, you're about to witness history.
All right.
Hello?
Hello.
Shit. Well, let's get it good.
Do you guys go there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I keep my eyes glued on it.
You see the trees beginning to move, but you don't see anything. But you hear a sound. Oh, do you hear a sound? This is what you hear. That's what you hear.
What
What
in
the
the
fuck is
blazes?
that?
My eyes
Please.
shoot open wide. I'm like, what the hell was that?
He looks at you
I've
and
never
he
heard
kind
that.
he looks at you and goes, well, that's one of the animals in our park, the Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Wait, the
Wait, what?
Tyrannosaurus Rex?
He goes,
Those
This magic. This magic.
you guys look out the window and you see a T-Rex's head appear in front of the glass.
I actually jump scared and hold my heart. I'm like, ah, shit.
He goes, oh, don't worry. Don't worry, the glass has been tinted. He can't see you.
And I just kind of just stare in amazement. I, like, walk towards the glass.
You walk towards the glass and you see just his head alone. His head alone is... You are in absolute awe. Your jaw is dropped. You have never seen anything like this. The T-Rex's head lowers, and then it comes back up, and you see that it's eating a goat.
Holy shit.
How is this
I'll
possible?
be.
This is... No, this is like that fucking that Tupac holographic at Chapella or wherever the fuck it is. This ain't real. You're fucking with me, right?
About that time, you see some of the glass get sprayed with blood from him biting down on the goat.
Yeah,
He goes,
like,
I mean, I don't know about holographics, but that's magic at work as far as I'm concerned.
he goes, no, I assure you, it's no magic. He goes, I don't do this often, but would you like to come to the lab and see how they're made?
Yeah, I don't see
Yeah.
why not.
Wait a second. You're telling me you have more than just one dinosaur?
I'm telling you, we have a bunch of dinosaurs. This isn't just a theme park with rides and cotton candy and hot dogs and things of that. No. We're opening the first dinosaur theme park with real-life dinosaurs.
real life.
Well, that it.
I kind of just.
Well, ain't that just too sweet?
He looks at you, Kyle, and he goes, if things go south, you will hunt the biggest game of your life.
I love my job more and more.
I look at Kyle's character. I'm like, you remember that other big game hunter? I'm sure you know. You remember Roll of Timbo?
Yeah, yeah.
Met the man. Pretty excited man. He's a really good guy. I'm surprised. I suspect that he will be jealous of you if you hunt a T-Rex if something goes wrong.
And you'll have more than alligator meat to talk about being good eating. Goodness.
Nah, I don't want anybody to get hurt, but if they get a little too wild, well, I get to have me some more fun.
He says, well, our goal is for none of the dinosaurs to get hunted because, well, they're very, very expensive.
Oh, of course.
And, of course, we don't want no one to get hurt. That is, safety is first and foremost here.
Number one priority, I get it.
He goes, of course.
I'm gonna have to talk to your scientists about the behavior and how they act in groups and all and such. If you want me to be the warden, I'm gonna have to know everything about the behavior.
He says, of course. He goes, follow me. We'll go down to the science lab. You can talk to them and ask them questions to your heart's desire.
Excellent. Lead the way, sir.
Do you guys all follow?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, after the T-Rex ate the goat, you saw it kind of walk off. Kitten, no. And you guys all get in hold on, guys. Kitten, no. She's trying to bite a cord that I don't really want her biting.
Sounds about right. You don't want her to get electrocuted now.
I do not know.
Yeah.
So, you guys climb in a vehicle. It's not a limousine. It's an off-road vehicle. It looks exactly like the Jeeps that you saw in the original Jurassic Park.
Alright.
And you can see modern day little computer screens built into them. And you guys climb in and you're taken on a small little drive until you get to the science lab. And upon walking in, you see all kinds of scientists, all kinds of incubators, and you see some eggs, and you see just all kinds of various things going on, and all kinds of scientists, etc. And Mr. Hamilton walks up to one of the scientists and says, if you have any questions, this is the man to ask.
So, how do you do it?
Right. How?
He said, well, we managed to extract dino DNA from an insect. Thankfully, the DNA was good enough that we could learn a lot of the patterns. And then we took some frogs and other various reptilian species, and we filled in the DNA gap that was missing. And you have living, breathing dinosaurs.
Whew. I'll be damned.
He goes, is there anything else you would like to know?
Yeah, I need to know. What other dinosaurs besides the T-Rex do you have?
Well, we have, of course, the T-Rex. We have Triceratops. We have Brachiosaurus. We have Compies. We have Brachiosaurus, if I didn't say that. Dilophosaurus. You see he's kind of going through his head. And, well, of course, we also have the Velociraptor.
I immediately snap my head to him and be all like, Velociraptor. Now,
Yes.
I have a friend that's a paleontologist, and he said those fuckers are not very friendly.
Well, I mean, they're dinosaurs, so they came from a time when it was hunt or be hunted. So no, they're not. Yes. So no, they're not. Friendly. But I will tell you this:
Right.
they are incredibly smart, very clever.
You don't say. I'm assuming, if I remember correctly, from what my friend, I'm sure you heard of the paleontologist, Mr. Grant.
He goes,
He,
I've. Oh, go ahead.
no, keep going, sorry.
No, you go ahead first, then I'll respond.
I was like, he said, them fuckers, they're pack hunters. Much like wolves shit, what are they called? Fuck. Or hyenas.
He goes, well, they hunt in a pack. They do not look like what history thought, I'll tell you that much.
Alright, I'm assuming by now you guys know who the ringleader is, right?
We know who the Alpha is, yes.
Nice. And do they, I'm assuming with all this technology, you guys are the ones who make sure who breeds and all that.
What was that last part you said? It was hard to hear you, RJ.
All these dinosaurs, all these raptors, you make sure who breeds and can't, right?
Well, we have designed them to be very limited. We don't have the how do I want to word this? We don't have it set to where the breeding can go out of control.
So they can't breed without your interference, correct?
That is correct.
That's good because you, from what my friend said, you, from what I gather, you do not want them to be overpopulated.
Everything that we do here at Jurassic Park is heavily, heavily monitored.
Okay, well, if you say so, I'll believe you. I'm not into the big tech stuff, but if you feel like you got this under control,
He goes,
I am all in.
oh yes, we have it under control. You have nothing to worry about. And he just gives a smile.
I'm sorry. I was thinking Ian Malcolm say, no, you don't. Oh, sorry, continue. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Oh, you're good. He says, so, Mr. Hamilton looks at you guys, so, would you like to explore more of the park? Would you like to go to your living quarters?
I don't mind seeing more of the park. I want to see my living quarters and all, but I figure it's time for that. I will need to know the surroundings of my new environment. So let's look at more of the park.
She's kind of
He goes,
just looking around, and she kind of zoned out when because she's just so like amazed by everything else that's going on. She's just looking around and so, oh yes, I'll go around and see more of the park. Yeah.
he nods.
Yeah, of course.
Fantastic. He motions for you guys to follow him. And You guys get in the same Jeep that you brought here, and you kind of driving around. And you come to a stop. And you see a large, vast field, and way out in the distance, you see a huge Brachiosaurus. Massive Brachiosaurus eaten from a tree. And off further than that, you see two Triceratops that look to be locking horns. Maybe they're playing for sport. You don't really know.
Mm-hmm.
But they seem to be locking horns.
Keith, with my knowledge of being a warden at a park of animals, would I know if they are locking horns for dominance or they aren't?
You know what? Okay, so we're going to have our first roll to see if you know. So, I'm going to teach you how to make a roll in Cypher System. Okay, so you're going to be making an intellect roll.
Okay.
And if you... So, I set a difficulty from 1 to 10. So, for instance, if I set the difficulty at 3, you multiply that number by 3, and the difficulty you would have to roll on a d20 is 9 or higher.
Gotcha.
Every single roll in the game is on a difficulty from 1 to 10, and you always multiply 3. So if it's a difficulty of 10, it would be 30 or higher. If it's a 9, it'd be 27 or higher. You get the gist. So you have what's called skills and assets and effort. Skills are if you're trained or specialized in something that would pertain to this task. So in your case, RJ, do you have a skill that would pertain to animal behavior?
I mean, it didn't really have that in the book that I could find. I might be wrong because this is the first time you playing the system. So I'm not 100% sure, to be honest.
Okay, well, what skills do you have?
Have. Give you one moment. Then. Bring that shit. Here's the slow. Well, Marcus skills. Oh, shit, you know what? You know what? In fact, I know I don't have any skills. I should have been more of a scientist than warrior. I picked warrior because I'm thinking like if I have to like snipe a dinosaur with a trinket or something.
Right. Okay. So you don't have any skills that would pertain to this. Now, you can also do what's called applying effort. Now, you have your three pulls: might, intellect, and speed.
Right.
This is an intellect check. So if you want to apply effort, now you want to have your pool set up as like, for instance, if your intellect is, let's say, 9, you want to have it be like 9/9 because you'll have a point pool and then you have your maximum points. Well, your intellect pool, even though it goes down for spending effort, taking damage, etc., it doesn't permanently. It does not permanently decrease.
Gotcha. Okay.
So you want to make sure that you don't forget your number because it doesn't permanently decrease; it only temporarily decreases. So
okay.
So this is an intellect check. You don't have any skills that pertain to this. Most likely, you don't have any assets. Assets are pieces of equipment, notes, something that would pertain to this task that would give you an advantage.
Right. Okay.
So you don't have anything like that yet because, well, you're new here and you don't. I mean, dinosaurs.
Yeah, I'm only tier 1.
So your best thing to do is you can do what's called apply effort. So you would pay 3 points of intellect, only 2 points if your intellect edge is 1. But if you're a warrior, it's not. It's either speed or might.
Right, it is. Okay, I get you.
So you'll apply effort. So you'll pay. Well, if you want to, you don't have to. What it does is if you pay 3 points of intellect, so like if your intellect is 9, your current pool would be a 6, but your maximum would be a 9. And what that does is when you pay for effort, if the degree of difficulty is a 3, which means a 9 or higher on a d20, it would ease the difficulty down by 1, meaning it would reduce the difficulty from 3 to 2, which means on a d20 you only have to roll a 6 or higher.
Okay.
So
Gotcha. Okay.
that's pretty much how the whole system
So I
works.
just
You know what? I
just
too.
roll a d20.
Go ahead, Kyle.
I was just gonna say I too would like to make a roll on this. Actually,
Do you have any skills that would pertain to this?
I do not. Absolutely not.
Okay, are any of you applying effort?
I am not.
Okay, Kyle's not.
But I get to roll 2d20
I-
and take the better result because of my abilities. So
Okay.
You know what? Depending how far, I don't want to spend an effort yet.
Okay, so neither of you are spending effort, right?
No, I'm just making a
That's
quick
correct.
observation. Nothing hardcore into thinking
Okay.
about it.
Then both of you need to roll your d20s. Kyle, in your case, 2 d20s. And tell me the number rolled.
Okay.
well, that's a 4. That's a 4. That's a 3 and a 4. That's a 4.
I got a 15.
Okay. Kyle, as you observe these Triceratops, you're not entirely sure what they're doing. You know that it seems to be like maybe they're just in a playful manner.
Mm-hmm.
RJ, you observe them, and you have actually seen a similar behavior before in other animals, and this seems to be more of a territorial, like, vying for position leadership type thing among the pack.
Oh, shit. Okay. I'm gonna look at both my companions and be like, you see that right there? I've seen something similar when it comes to like elk, rams of the sort, right? Those two are fighting for territory.
Oh, they're fine. Looks like they're playing in me.
Yeah.
No. They are definitely trying to win over either a female or territory. Of course, I won't know for a fact, but I've never studied dinosaurs in my life. But I can tell by the way they're moving and by their aggressiveness, that's not playing. They're fighting for something at least. Oof. Look at those horns. Those will impale a man through and through. Best not piss them off, I'll tell you that much.
I don't think I want to piss off
enough.
any of these things around here because, I mean, dinosaurs. Yeah, now I definitely understand the NDA.
I do too, man. It all makes sense now.
Mr. Hamilton looks at you and goes, "You're quite observant and intellectual regarding animals. I'm very impressed."
You didn't hire me for no reason, Mr. Hamilton.
He goes,
I may not know dinosaurs, but I know animal behavior, and that right there, you may want to separate those two. That's all I'm going to say on that.
He nods and he seems very impressed. And you guys kind of turn and begin driving off away from them as they're still vying, kind of like jockeying for position.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys come to another large building that you've not been to before, and it's more like I guess it'd be like the visitor center.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, "Well, all of your things have already been placed in your room. Here are your keys. I do have a few things that I need to attend to. If you guys need anything at all, you can have radio dispatch me, or you can go to the security room. However, please do not enter any of the dinosaur enclosures. Please.
Hey, no
won't be
problems
doing
there,
that.
boss. No problems there, boss. The only thing I gotta ask is, when are we gonna start expecting visitors at the park?
Well, we're going to spend the next couple days making sure everything is tip-top shape. And then once we find out if everything is, of course, performing adequately the way we want it to perform, that's when we will open up the park for visitors.
Oh, of course, of course.
You guys want to make sure that we're safe, that we're good to go.
Of course, of course.
Put it in.
He nods
Like
and he
her-
kind of... Oh, go ahead.
Okay.
He nods and he kind of turns and walks off. What do you guys want to do?
I'm gonna go check out my new digs, man.
Every one of your rooms is upstairs and it's right next to each other. That's very convenient.
Mhm.
It is by far the most lavish room you've ever had in your entire life.
Ha ha ha! I'm gonna shout outside my room. What did I tell you, Natty? What did I tell you?
And I kind of just like flop down on the bed and I'm just like, oh, this is so comfortable.
Ah, minimalist my ass. Welcome to the good life.
Hey, all I need is a bed and a toilet and a refrigerator, I told you. And I've got all three.
Once you've gone first class, you can't go back to coach.
That's
Can't
what they
go
say.
back to coach now.
That's what they say.
Ain't that the truth? Yeah.
So what are you guys going to do?
I'm impressed by the room and all, but as a game warden, I'm more concerned about, like, I want to study the animals and the information get on them about the behavior. So if there's any way, if I can ask Mr. Hamilton or someone from the lab that has studied them, I would like to know.
Well, you have
That's a job.
you have like a little computer system in your room, and also you have like a deal on your wall that's like a communication device that you could. I mean, you have a telephone, of course, but like it seems like it's like a built-in walkie-talkie that could talk around the different parts of the park.
While this is going on, I am decorating my new room with my trophies and making sure all my rifle and ammunition's all good. I'll probably put the rifle probably next to my bed for now till I find another spot for it. I'll also change out of my suit and into more comfortable clothing.
Okay, you get changed out, easy peasy,
Mhm.
in a lot more comfortable clothing than you were. Jack, what are you doing?
I'm gonna start getting into comfortable clothing as well, like a sweatpants and a tank top, and just kind of move to like turn on the AC in the room or whatever, and just say, I'm gonna keep it cool in my pad. I say out loud.
Well, you keep it definitely cool.
Mm. Oh, this AC is so
I
nice.
I'm
But you are
gonna I'm gonna dress like a cable like Robert would do, and I'm gonna have those short shorts. I'm gonna have they all match the same khaki, I believe it's a color or whatever.
yes.
And I am going to start to check, do the research on the animal behavior from what the scientists have
Okay,
studied.
what kind of research are you doing exactly? Like, which
Rat
dinosaur? What do you want to know?
raptors. I want to
Okay,
focus on the raptors.
okay, you want to focus on the raptors. Um, make me an intellect check.
Okay, come on, D20. What we got?
So, are you wanting to apply effort or no? Do you have any skills that would pertain to the usage of computers?
No, no.
No. Okay.
Okay, let's see. Roll, high roll.
Did you want to apply
14.
it? Did you want to apply effort
No,
before
no
you?
effort.
No effort. Okay.
Uh, yeah, no effort this time.
Okay.
Because
You
I'm just casually going.
yeah. You managed to look up and find the raptor stuff pretty easily, and you know that according to the computer, raptors are highly intelligent. Highly intelligent. And you know that they hunt in packs of 3 to 7. They're known to use one raptor as a decoy to keep the prey's eye on that one raptor, and then the other raptors will swarm in from the sides, possibly even behind the prey.
Ooh, ooh.
Raptors stand, they're bipedal. They stand about 5 foot, maybe 4.5 feet tall. They weigh several hundred pounds, and their claws are between 4 and 6 inches. And it's said that their claws are sharp enough that they could easily disembowel a man if they wanted.
Holy shit. Now, Keith, I don't know how it works in this system, but if I gave this information to to the others, would that count towards anything, or would they just know, like, through role playing, what to look out for?
Well, if you give them the
Like,
information, uh, role playing wise, obviously it'll matter. But I would say, depending on what kind of checks they would want to make, if the knowledge would pertain to raptors, then I would say I would allow some pieces of knowledge to maybe ease the difficulty and make some checks a little easier intellect wise.
okay, cool. Because I think this is the first time I played in this system. I don't remember this.
I'm almost certain
So,
you've never played this before. I'm almost certain you have never played it. Because I
Yeah,
would
you
be the
didn't.
only
You
person
didn't.
who would have ran it. Because Jack, you
Right.
kind of
No,
don't
you're
know
right.
Cypher System.
Don't know what?
Yeah, because
You don't know Cypher System enough to run it.
Yeah.
this is what your horror games weren't based with this system, right?
I have, but you weren't playing in that one.
I'm talking like when I was big shit back in the day.
Yeah, I ran a Nightmare on Elm Street game using it.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't part of. Okay, cool,
Let
cool,
me
cool.
see that.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to
One.
learn the system as we go.
No,
Okay,
you're
cool.
perfectly fine. Questions are how you learn.
Excellent. Okay, cool. Excellent. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll just spend a couple hours researching, mainly the Raptors, but some others. But we don't have to for that shit.
We'll say
Unless
right now
you want me to.
We'll say right now you're just dealing with the Raptors.
You know what?
Okay.
I want to look more into the big game myself, so I'd like to use the computer to research the T-Rex, and to make things interesting, I have an inability with computers.
Okay, so on the computer, since you have inability, that means your task is hindered.
Correct.
By one step, which means it'll be one step harder.
Yep.
Than it would be. So, okay, are you going to apply any effort?
Nope.
Roll straight up.
Well, hot damn, I'll take that 14.
So, as you're going through the files, you see the T-Rex, and something catches your eye as you're going through the file under Big Game. You see that it says T-Rex, and then underneath the T-Rex, it has 3 question marks.
Well, that definitely catches my attention. I want to know more about that.
Well, as you click on it, you see it just says classified. It doesn't say anything further.
Huh. That's a little odd. Huh.
So it just says classified. But when you go back up to the T-Rex, it tells you that it's the largest dinosaur in the park.
Mm-hmm.
It weighs several tons. It can run about 60 miles an hour.
Oh shit. Wow, that's faster.
Can run about 50 or 60 miles an hour. Its teeth are 6 to 8 inches long. It's a carnivore, obviously. And you also notice it underneath that in red, it says highly aggressive.
Alright. Highly aggressive. Alright. Does it...
Go ahead.
Huh?
No, go ahead.
Does it... It says it's highly aggressive. Does it say anything that may particularly trigger that aggression? Like certain movements or postures or whatnot?
It says that it's highly territorial.
Alright.
And it says that if you, for some reason, come into contact with the T-Rex, remain as still as possible, for it can't see very well.
Okay. Alright, I will definitely make a mental note of that in case I ever have to stop one.
Good notes to have, good information.
Yep.
By the way, honey, you and Chloe look ridiculous. So you have studied the T-Rex. RJ, you've studied the Velociraptor. Jack, what are you doing?
Push-ups.
Okay. You've been exercising, getting the blood going.
Mm-hmm.
As hours have gone by, and you didn't even realize you've been researching that long, the intercoms in your room, they come to life, and they say, dinner is being served down in the visitor center. Mr. Hamilton has requested your presence.
I'm gonna...
Oh, alright.
Step out. Wash my hands and then step out.
And I hit the intercom button. I was like, I'll be there in 10 minutes. And I go.
They don't reply, but you guys all clean up or whatever you do, and then you go downstairs and you see a long table filled with food. Everything from chicken to beef to cakes to fruits to vegetables to sandwiches. You name it, it's probably on that table.
Sweet.
And you see,
I'm going for more of the swanky stuff like the lobster and stuff like that.
It's there.
The truffle shit.
Meat. I'm just on meat. No carbs. I'm going to right now.
Kyle, I'm not to interrupt the story, but like Kyle, you remind me of like Teddy Roosevelt, your character resident like Teddy Roosevelt, like that kind of big game hunter.
Oh, I love Teddy, man.
God bless that man. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Keith.
Well, you're fine. So, you guys all go down there. So you see the massive feast. You gather your plates. And you see sitting at the head of the table is, of course, Mr. Hamilton. He's got a plate as well, eating various fruits and vegetables and meats and cakes. And he looks at the three of you, and you guys are sitting on each side of the table, two on one side, one on the other. And there's other people that are eating with you. He goes, "So, if I may ask, what do you guys think of the park so far?"
Well, boss, I love it. I love the park. I love the accommodations. It's a dream come true.
I echo that, and I'll also say that this is certainly different because I didn't expect, dinosaurs when I got here. It's quite an eye opener.
Yeah.
He smiles and goes,
Look at,
I understand.
I'll look at Mr. Hamilton. Like, now, what security, besides us, of course, what security measures do you have in case? Because I was looking up those velociraptors.
Well,
those are my main concern, honestly.
He says, "Really, your main concern is not the T-Rex?"
No. The T-Rex is one big animal. Those are...
And they're very territorial, too, I might add. I'll hold up the finger.
I point at him, like... See, like, mostly not like animals. Hyenas, lions, tigers, those kind of things. They can be very territorial. As long as you're not in their territory, they won't pretty much mess with you. But packed animals, those are the ones you gotta look out for the most. These raptors, from what I'm looking up on, they run from 3 to 7 in a pack, and they're very intelligent. Those are the ones that you want security up on the most, to be honest.
Well, that is good to know. I've been looking at the Tyrannosaurus Rex myself. They're very territorial, very aggressive, and they can move at speeds of 60 miles per hour. I've seen cheetahs move that fast, but I did not expect something that big to move that quick.
Neither did I. Holy shit. Shoot.
They got poor eyesight, thankfully. The file said if you do come across one, to stay as still as possible because they do have bad eyesight. But
that's good to know. Very good to know.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just like I know animals run in packs and everything. This ain't my first rodeo around animals, but well, I like to do a little bit of research off the side of my head. I may not have a college degree or anything fancy of that sort, but I do know animals, and I do believe in knowing what they're capable of. Yeah, so I figured the big one could be the biggest problem. Of course, I trust it won't come to that, but worst case scenario.
You see, he
It's
not Mr.
it's
Hamilton.
better than going with one's natural instinct to run, because you ain't gonna outrun that thing.
No, you're not. But these raptors are highly intelligent. They like to see raptor from what the research on. They will distract you and then attack you from the side before you even know it. They start to eat you while you're still alive, it seems. These raptors, I believe, are the highest priority when it comes to security. The T-Rex, we could deal with that. It's not as intelligent as these raptors. These raptors have mentality and are highly intelligent. It tells me that definitely want them the most secured out of all the dinosaurs in the park. They're a little concerning, I won't lie, but good thing you hired me, because I don't know your scientists. I think they're just doing research for research's sake, but me being in the field and being around predators that can sneak up on you and kill you in an instant, these boys, they're no joke.
He goes, well, we have the best scientists that money can buy. He goes, I didn't take this park lightly.
I understand that. I understand that completely.
I know what these animals are capable of, and I know many would deem it an abomination to bring back something that went extinct billions of years ago. But we have the knowledge, so why should we not put it to the test?
I'm going to put up a hand and I'm going to say, one thing we may actually want to kind of invest in, if I may?
He looks at you, what's that?
Camouflage.
You see, he goes, oh, we have plenty of that.
Good. I'm going to need some.
Don't forget.
He goes, well, we got a lot of people here at dinner tonight. We got a couple lawyers. What would you guys say? Oh, go ahead.
No disrespect to the lawyers, but they're out of their element. I'll tell you that right now. They handle the paperwork. Like, if you don't want them to doing the paperwork of lawsuits, or you want to make sure these animals stay in their cages. Honestly, I've never come across something like this before, but from my time, predators, you have to respect these animals. I know you put them in a lab and scientists, but I don't think they have the respect for the living, breathing dinosaur. Any animal. You want them to be careful. As my friend over here probably agreed.
He goes, I see your point. They are out of their element, but they're here to approve the park so we can open our doors to the public.
Right. And my job is to protect the public, and my friends here are also here to protect them. If these things get out, I need to know your contingency plans and all that. I need to know what you have planned to do. Can we use lethal force? Do you want me to tranquilize them? You know, it all comes down to that. But I need to know how much to use comes to them. You don't want to trank them and give them an overdose and kill them because, as you said, they're very expensive. I have no.
They are very expensive indeed, and we would definitely like to keep them alive, preserved. And he goes, so according to the three of you so far, based on what you have seen, would you say the park is safe to be opened?
Well, I don't see it being
Security.
any more dangerous than the safari in Africa now, of course.
Yeah.
There's always the chance of the wild animal instincts doing what they may, but I mean, as long as everyone is aware of the risk, I don't see how the danger is any more significant.
He nods. He goes, oh, go ahead.
Sorry, I would agree with you, but these animals haven't been around for 60 million years. They have no idea where they're at. They've never come across humans, so they probably don't even know where they are on the food chain. Has there been any accident here?
There have
any
been
of them?
No, there have been no accidents, and we would like to keep it that way.
That's good. That's good. My main thing is these animals. I tell you right now, you hired the man for this job, so forgive me if I'm a little cautious. But you don't want to get sued. You don't want to lose money. You want these assets to remain in their cages at all times. And if I have to go in and trank them, we need to make sure that none of our other people get hurt. You know, because you don't. And I'm assuming that no other company knows that you're doing this. You don't want them to find out about your stuff, correct?
That is correct. I do not want a lot of people knowing about this, at least until it's open. Once it's open, I can't control what they know because it'll be all over the news. All over the news.
And that's what we.
But
what
first,
we want to avoid.
we got to open first, and that's where you guys come in. Your
Us.
expert opinions will help determine if we open or not.
If you give me access to your security stuff for these fences and all that stuff, and allow me to make sure everything's good, I think you could open on whatever your schedule is. You can open up either on time or maybe sooner.
EC goes, fantastic, and he has a huge grin on his face. RJ.
Right.
I would like to offer you a GM intrusion. What that means is I give you 2 experience points, and you give one of those to Jack or Kyle for whatever reason, and I get to let a fun thing happen.
Oh shit!
Uh,
Now between these two, do I keep one and give one to the other?
You keep one, and then you have to give the other to Jack or Kyle. Now, normally you could refuse a GM intrusion by paying an experience point, but you don't have an XP to spend, so that means that you have to accept the GM intrusion, and the GM gets to play.
If I may
Okay.
offer... Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
No. What's up, Trent? Like,
If I
Go
may
on.
offer, I would say you give the XP point to Kyle because he would know more to do with it than I would right now. Because I know there's ways you can spend the XP to have things happen or whatever, and I don't know that yet. So,
After this game,
mm,
it don't have to be tonight,
Mm.
but I would recommend you guys kind of briefly going over the experience point chapter.
okay.
So you
Alright.
kind of have an
Okay.
idea of what you can buy, spend, etc.
Yeah. Def.
It's not very long.
All right.
It's not very long.
All right, but I definitely feel you. I will do that. But I'm just saying for right now, or well, you know that. You know why I say I'm just saying. Right now, I would personally suggest you give that XP to Kyle. But that's on you. Whatever you want to do.
No, okay. Yeah, no, I agree. Okay, I'll give one to Kyle.
Okay. Kyle, you have an
And
XP.
keep the
RJ,
other.
you have an XP. Okay. You see one of the staff members approach Mr. Hamilton and lean down, and he whispers something to him. Mr. Hamilton rises to his feet, and he looks at the three of you, and he says, "Do the three of you mind joining me for a private conversation?"
I don't mind at all.
I'm gonna put down my
Sure,
beef and
sure.
I'm gonna say yeah.
You three leave the table with the feast, and you go to a more private area.
Mhm.
And he goes, "Well, now's the chance to test why I hired you. We have one of the systems down, and I need you to investigate it."
Alright. I'll just go up to my quarters real quick and get my instruments of the job, if you will. And I will be ready to make haste.
What do you do, Jack, RJ?
I'm gonna go back to my room and I'm gonna
Same
get
thing.
suited up. Do I have all of the weapons and what have you that I put in my inventory on?
Oh, you have all your stuff.
Okay.
Now, when you grab your guys' weapons, you see that Mr. Hamilton looks at you and he goes,
Mm.
"While I appreciate your weaponry, I prefer you to use tranks and not lethal rounds."
Of course, this is only a matter of last resort.
Mm.
He goes, "Of course, of course."
Mm.
He goes, "Mr. Jameson here will fill you in on the details of what is happening. I need to get back to the lawyers."
Of course.
Sure.
He walks off back to the table, and you see him smile, going, "Everything's fine. Just safety measures, that's all." And he sits back down. Mr. Jameson looks at you and goes, "So, one of the systems is down. We don't know for sure if the fences are working, and we don't want to take any chances."
That's fair.
He goes, "The fences that are what we think might be down are currently the Triceratops."
Mm.
Alright.
And he looks at you, RJ, and he goes, Be extra cautious, because right next to the Triceratops just so happens to be the Velociraptor cage."
Mm.
Did we lose RJ?
I hope not.
RJ?
RJ, brother, you there?
Okay.
I think he's
Let's
stuck.
take a 5-minute break. Maybe RJ will come back.
Boy. Give me a second.
There, RJ?
Yeah, he said, "Give me a second." Like it was very swift. If you,
Yeah, we'll take a 5-minute break if you guys need any drinks or a small snack or whatever. Just go ahead and grab it now.
Alright. I think I'm alright for now.
Same, yeah.
No.
So what do
Very
you guys think
nice.
so far? You guys having fun?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good. How long have we been recording, Jack?
Let me see. Let me see. An hour and 45 minutes.
Hour and 45.
Been very nice.
Oh.
Oh, baby.
Alright,
Oh,
sorry.
baby.
Turning heat span on.
All right. We'll just wait
Have
for
a
RJ
good
to come
old
back.
time.
Oh, I'm here.
Oh, you're here?
Uh.
What was the
Yeah,
last
I'm
thing you
here.
heard, RJ?
Us going to gathering or stuff.
Okay. Mr. Jameson told you guys that the system that is down and the fences that he's worried about is the Triceratops area. But he said be extra careful because right next to it is the Velociraptor cage.
That's a mistake. Shit.
So, what do you guys do?
I'm gonna go grab it.
You know, you got the trank rifles for us, right?
He goes, of course, they're already in the trucks.
Alright, good,
Right.
good.
Yep.
Excellent. Oh, well, I'm gonna bring my shotgun just in case. My night vision goggles.
I do put on my night vision goggles myself,
Mm.
and I'll keep my assault rifle slung on my back, but I'll have the tranquilizer rifle in my grasp when we get to the vehicle.
Okay.
Right. I'll have my shotgun at the ready, but I'll have the drink in my hand.
Yeah. I'm gonna just have my weapons. You know, I'm just gonna have my backpack, and you know, I do have the assault rifle, but I'm pretty sure I can't fit that in the backpack. So
No, an assault rifle wouldn't quite fit in a backpack.
yeah.
No, but it could have a strap that you can throw it on your back.
Yeah,
though.
you can have a
Yeah.
strap and throw it like around your shoulder
Yeah.
and stuff.
I'll get suited up. I'll get suited up like I'm going to war, but
I'm in my
I'm-
body armor
yeah.
too.
yep, I got Kevlar as
Okay.
well.
So everybody's got their gear.
Mm.
You guys go out to the Jeep, and there's already a driver there, and he drives you to the location. You drive for several minutes through some plains and just such a massive area. It's kind of astounding. You come to the large and enclosure, massive concrete walls, and like a fencing that you're almost certain it's probably electrified. And there's already a guy there, and he's wearing a hard hat and a uniform that says Jurassic Park, and he's walking along the fencing to check it out. And he looks up at you guys when you guys arrive, and he goes, "Ah, good reinforcements."
All right, buddy. What's
What
the
I hired for.
situation?
Well,
Just gonna nod.
We got word that one of the systems is down, but we're not entirely sure if there's a breach in the fence, if there's a shortage in the wire. We're not sure, so we're just going over the fencing to make sure that everything is spot on and nothing is malfunctioning.
Alright. Alright.
Gotcha. Oh,
What do you-
Keith, how much ammo do we have with the
How much what?
ammo do we have with the tranquilizers?
Oh, you have about 12 shots or so.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna keep
Cool.
drink at the ready.
Yeah, you got about 12 shots.
I already got my night vision goggles on and everything.
Or keep, excuse me, my trank rifle at the ready.
Okay, so what are you guys doing?
I'd like to take an assessment, a visual assessment of the area. I want to see if there may be any dinosaurs nearby, if the integrity of the fence appears to have been otherwise compromised or breached, that kind of deal.
Make me an intellect check.
Alright.
Are you?
Oh,
Do you have any?
I-
Did you already roll?
I already rolled. I do not have any skills. Well, would survival have anything to do with that?
Well, unfortunately, I'll say at least a skill could. I would say yes. I would allow survival. Now you cannot
Alright.
apply any effort because you didn't do so before the roll.
I wasn't going to apply effort anyway.
Okay.
That's why I just rolled, because I wasn't going to
So
apply
what'd you
effort.
roll?
I rolled a 10.
A 10. RJ, what do you want to do? Jack, what do you want to do?
Well, go ahead, RJ.
No, keep going.
I was just gonna see, like walk along and see if there have been any breaks in the fence, but I don't want to stray because I don't want to, you know what I mean, get ambushed by any other dinosaurs.
Well, all of you can make a check if you want.
Okay.
Like you can all make a check. So.
Oh, and do the night vision goggles help with my sight any with it being nighttime?
Well, it's not fully nighttime yet.
It's not fully nighttime, okay.
Yeah, so currently the night vision would not
Alright.
help you out yet, but
Alright.
remember, if you want to apply effort, it's 3 points unless you have an edge in it. You have to do it before the roll. And if you have any skills that would pertain to this task, that will ease the difficulty. If you have any skills that give you an inability in this task, that will hinder it and make it one step harder. I know Kyle rolled a 10. What did you? Are you applying effort, RJ?
No, not yet.
No. Okay, then straight up roll. What'd you get?
I died. A 12.
I already rolled, and I probably should have messed around with my stuff beforehand, but I got a natural 6, so.
Okay. Kyle and RJ. You guys are checking along the fencing. Jack, you're more looking out for the dinosaur itself.
Yeah.
Or dinosaurs.
Yeah.
You don't see any dinosaurs, by the way.
Okay.
There's currently none in the area. RJ and Kyle, you guys are going along the fencing, and it's... You notice the way they have it set up is it's like a massive clear foundation, like a really thick plexiglass that goes up about 12 feet. And then in front of the plexiglass is the wiring in case they bust through the plexiglass.
Right.
From what you can see, all of the wires are intact. There's no breach. Nothing of the sorts. It all seems to be A-okay.
Alright, so far so good.
Yes.
Might be a malfunction with the equipment itself. I don't see any breaches or breaks.
Yeah, there's
Is
currently
there a stick
no...
nearby?
Is there what?
Like a stick or anything nearby?
Can anybody make out what he's saying?
I couldn't understand what he just said. No.
I said, is there a stick or anything nearby?
I mean, you're near grass and stuff. You could probably find a rock or... Yeah, you could find something.
Okay, I picked up something like a rock or something, and I throw it at the fence at the electric part.
You throw it at the fence and it makes a loud and like a crackling sound, and the rock flies backwards. It shows signs that it's working.
Okay, that's all I wanted. Excellent.
3 of you make an intellect check.
Alright.
Alright, it's just a straight D20.
Well, if you have anything that would deal with perception or spotting things, that would be a skill that would ease it. You can apply effort if you want to spend 3 intellect.
I'm just gonna roll natural 14.
Okay.
So I
Jack's
didn't mean it like that. I was just
So-
letting you know real quick.
Okay, so Jack 14, okay.
So alright, so because I was also, when I was initially checking with perception, I was also looking for any dinosaurs or stuff too. Would survival play into that any? Looking to see if any
Not this time.
not this time, okay.
Not this
Okay.
time, no.
I'll just straight roll then.
Okay.
Well, I'll take that 14 then.
Okay. RJ, you're up.
I got 12.
As you guys are scaling along the area, you see part of the bushes are flattened, and you can see a Triceratops lying there. And it seems to be sick.
Seems to be sick.
You're not sure. It's lying there, and it's kind of moaning. And it seems to be breathing a lot heavier than... Well, you don't actually know if it's breathing heavier because you've never really seen a Triceratops. But it's lying on its side. And it seems to be moaning in some form of illness or agony, something of the sorts.
Looks like we got a wounded Triceratops. Looks like we got a Triceratops in distress here.
And you see the guy, he calls on his walkie-talkie. He goes, "We got a wounded Triceratops here. We need the gate open so we can check on it." And you hear, "Yes," right away. You guys walk to the front of the gate, and the large, thick steel gate opens up slowly. And the red lights above are swirling. And the gate opens, and you guys step through. And they shut the gate afterwards, of course. You guys walk over to the Triceratops. You see it's lying there, and you notice there seems to be some gashes on its side.
I was just about to ask if I could see what kind of wound it is. That's a good.
You see
call.
that it seems to be 3 gashes. on its side. It's bleeding.
Do they look like claw marks? Like,
Make an intellect check. You're not entirely sure.
I want to look at the wound too.
Natural
if I
one.
see it.
Did you say natural one, Jack?
I got a
Yep.
natural 20. I got a natural 20. He got a natural 1.
Yep.
Okay, RJ. Hey,
I
Google.
got 12
Turn off
again.
my fan.
Alright, turning things fan off.
So Trent got a natural 1. RJ got a 12. I got a natural 20.
Yep. Oh, he got natural 12. Nice. Excuse me. Yours is much nicer. Yeah, I can make it to the end of the game, but I'm starting, just to let you know, I can feel it, because I usually go to bed around this time. I'm starting to get tired. But I can make it. I'll just let you know. Huh?
No, I was talking to Sam.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. You're not playing around. It took me a while, too. No, you're playing right. You're only level 1, 2. Level 2? Oh, yeah. You should be getting...
Really hard to play.
Really? I chose a thief. I don't know.
Yeah, because you only is a support class.
Mm-hmm. So, did RJ roll by chance?
Yeah, he got a 12. Trent got a 1. I got a 20.
Okay. So, when you look down, Kyle, at this Triceratops and the gashes, it looks like it's made from something rather sharp.
Alright.
Now, if you remember earlier, the Triceratops were currently jockeying for position, per se.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now, you don't know if a Triceratops horn or not would make this.
Mm-hmm.
As you examine it and then you look over your shoulder, you see Jack is kind of examining it too. And he's off to your side. You look over his shoulder and you see a Triceratops running at his direction as if it's about to trample him.
Oh, shit. I'm going to try and grab his character and move him out of the way. Pull him out of the way.
Okay, make me a speed check.
Alright. And you know what? Actually, I'm gonna make haste while I do this. I do have a training in running.
Well, it's not a running.
Or is it?
Running would deal with more, like if you're marathoning it.
I see.
This would be more of a quick reaction.
Okay.
Because you're not really running away. You're trying to get him out of the way before he gets fucking trampled.
Well, I will actually spend effort on this.
Okay.
Yes. Please.
So it will cost you 3 speed points unless you have an edge in speed.
I have an edge. In speed.
So then for you, it would cost 2 points.
Alright. 12 with effort.
You grab him or her, and just as the Triceratops is just barreling in, and you turn your body and just throw her out of the way as you get out of the way, and the 3 horns collide with the plexiglass. And you see it just shake the foundation. It doesn't crack anything, but it shakes the foundation pretty hard.
I'm just like,
And you see
that's I'm throwing.
the Triceratops begins to turn, and everybody else is backing up, trying to get away from it. Because obviously, what's happening is there's a territorial battle going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys are currently sitting on the ground, and this Triceratops is spinning around to look at you guys after colliding with the head first with the plexiglass wall.
How close are we to the gate?
Well, 40 yards.
40 yards.
This would be a good time for a running check.
Yeah.
A running check, Bubba.
I do believe
think
one
that
of our
what we- I think-
one of our party members is proficient in running.
I believe you are correct.
So everybody a speed check.
Okay. I think all my stuff's in might, yeah. I'm going, well, should I apply effort?
I mean, if you don't want to be trampled.
I don't.
If you don't want to be trampled.
Yeah, I'm gonna apply effort.
Okay.
I will too. I have speed 10.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I am definitely applying effort, and I'm
Okay.
trained.
all of you are applying. Okay, so Kyle, yours is reduced by 2 steps.
Yep.
So, Jack, are you applying effort? If so, it's 3 from your speed pool, unless you have an edge in speed, and then it's only 2.
Excuse me. How do I know I have an edge, by the way?
Well, if I remember correctly,
We all have one edge.
if I remember correctly, you have the edge in might.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
If I'm correct.
That's right. I see it.
So, unfortunately, it'll cost you 3 points from your speed pool instead of 2.
All right.
But if you apply effort, it reduces the difficulty down by 1, which is the equivalent of having to roll 3 less on a d20. RJ, are you applying effort?
I am.
Okay.
All right.
RJ, do you have any?
Oh, thank God.
Do you have any training in running or anything of the sorts?
Nope.
Jack?
Damn it, I should take it.
Jack, do you have any skills that would deal with running or quick reactions or fast?
I'm trained in all jumping actions. and I'm trained in all actions involved breaking inanimate objects. That's
Well, I mean, that's not going to come in super handy here. So,
yep.
okay, so it sounds like you guys are just applying effort and then rolling. And Kyle, you had effort and you were actually trained
Correct.
in running.
Should I roll?
Roll.
Nat 20, baby.
Nat 16.
Nat 20, baby.
Nat 16. So is that 19?
No, you don't get
No.
any. You don't get any modifiers.
Those
3 points you spend are to lower the difficulty by 1.
I see.
With that 20, I get out of there like Usain Bolt, baby.
Kyle got a nat 20. Jack got a 16. What about you, RJ?
19.
Okay. So, you guys dart and get out of there. And Kyle, one of the individuals, the staff members, isn't quite so fast. But since you rolled a 20 and you got a major effect, you're able to basically grab him and just fucking, almost with like adrenaline pumping, you basically are lifting him off the ground while running, and you manage to get everybody out of there as other staff members arrived, and they have long prongs that shock him, or her, could be her, and she backs up, and they close the gate, and nobody was harmed.
I'm just like, and I see that he lifted a guy, just straight lifted a guy.
Basically,
Huh?
basically straight lifted him. Yeah.
And I just take a moment. I'm like, you swag jacking me?
Hey, buddy. I've been forged in the safaris, the big game hunts. This is second nature to me.
And I
You
nodded.
gotta know when to stand, and you gotta know when to get out. This was one of them times to get out.
And I just nod, and I'm just like, I've been neglecting my cardio.
Hey, everyone's all right. That's what matters.
Yeah, in all seriousness, I'm glad everyone's all right, and I'm glad you were able to save. And I motion with my head, and I say him or her, whichever is the appropriate gender. And
So
I said, yeah.
Jesus.
go ahead.
No, it's like, whew. Okay, I gotta find out if those two are females or males. That makes a difference.
So you all have made it. The door, or the gate, has closed. The Triceratops that was shocked a little bit leaves the area. You don't know where it went. Just somewhere back into the thick jungly area, and they're getting more help for the injured Triceratops. And that is where I'm going to end the session.
All right.
All right, cool, man. You need me to stop recording?
Yeah, go ahead and stop recording.
All right.